few events in ufology hold a significant importance as the events that happened in Rendlesham Forest. At the center is John Burroughs, the only person to witness both events on December 26th and December 28th. John spent 27 years both in active and reserve duty, taking on a variety of deployments around the world from Italy to the Middle East. He retired in 2006 as a law enforcement supervisor, patrolman, and canine handler, with both explosives and narcotics. His most significant assignment started in 1979 when he was assigned to RAF Bentwaters, England, as a security police law enforcement patrolman. In the very early morning of December 26, 1980, John, Staff Sergeant James Peniston, and Airman First Class Edward Cavansag went out to investigate strange lights in the forest that Burroughs and his superior had spotted earlier that night. The glowing blue, red, orange, and white lights were seen in the Rendlesham Forest outside the airbase. They suspected the lights were an aircraft that either landed or had crashed in the forest. However, what they came across was something altogether different and much more fantastic. They reported that as they came upon the source of the light, it exploded into even brighter light. Peniston described seeing Burroughs in a column of light and then looking over to see a triangular craft, which he approached and examined. Peniston says the craft then raised up and sped off into the night sky. While John says he did not see any form to the object, he did see the light raise up and shoot off. John stated, "I do not know whether this was some kind of machine under intelligent control or a fantastic natural phenomenon, some rare kind of energy. What I do know is that it was nothing mundane. There are no words that can adequately describe the wonder of what we saw." The following night, the strange lights returned. Deputy Base Commander Lieutenant Colonel Charles Halt took a small team of men, including John, to investigate. At approximately 1:48 a.m., the group saw the glowing light again. Later more appeared, some of them beaming the ground. The men chased the UFOs for hours through the woods, over a farmer's field and across a small stream. Suddenly, the object shot skyward and disappeared. Since then, John has been seeking answers for that night. Health problems have plagued him since, and he suspects his experience may have contributed to his problems. He states, "I have specific medical symptoms that are considered by some very knowledgeable people to be a fingerprint of a specific kind of radiation. In particular, John suffers from congestive heart failure." His investigation has included examining UK UFO files, which has resulted in some amazing discoveries. One of those discoveries was found in a secret report on UFOs created by the UK Defense Intelligence in 2000. The report was declassified and released to the public in 2006. In the report, there's a discussion about the effect of UAP radiation on humans. UAP, or Unidentified Aerial Phenomena, is a phrase used for UFO. It states, "The well-reported Rendlesham Forest Bentwaters event is an example where it might be postulated that several observers were probably exposed to UAP radiation for longer than normal UAP sighting periods." The document also noted the effects of UAP radiation in the next section. An important fact is that the reported effects of presumed UAP radiation on humans is that it is quick-acting and remembered. Although, curiously, following the event, there is little or no recall of events as a continuum. In short, the witness often reports an apparent gaps or lost time, often not accounting for up to several hours. Due to his health problems, John filed a claim in 2012 with the Arizona Department of Veteran Affairs, only to have it denied. He was told no records exist of him being enlisted until 1982, even though he joined in 1978. Burroughs had to contact and work with Arizona Senator John McCain's office to get his records corrected, although they told him that he will most likely never get his military medical records from that time. Peniston, another witness to the event, is having similar issues with his medical records. Burroughs has long suspected that the US and UK governments both have more UFO files on the Rendlesham incident that they have yet to release. He has submitted several Freedom of Information requests to both governments, and none of his requests have been very fruitful. Although the UK Ministry of Defense has claimed that they released all of their UFO files, in response to one of his requests, they have admitted that they did find UFO files related to his search. They claim they are currently processing the files and will be releasing 18 UFO files later this year. Among all of this great work investigating the Rendlesham Forest incident, John was also a co-author, with Nick Pope and Peniston, of a book that came out in 2014 titled Encounter at Rendlesham Forest. The incredible findings John Burroughs has made regarding the UK's investigation of UFO radiation in relation to the Rendlesham Forest incident, and his work to get the UK government to admit they had not released all of their UFO files, is why John Burroughs is our Researcher of the Year.
That was really good, thank you.
Did you want to say a couple of things?
Just real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. You guys did a great job. I mean, that was a really great presentation on what happened to us. You guys did great. Tomorrow we're going to do a presentation in the morning that's going to go more in depth into what they just put there to include some closure on my VA medical stuff. So I hope I see you there. And I'd really like to take the time to thank Alejandro and John Rao for putting this conference together and inviting us here. Thank you guys. And thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks. Appreciate it.